on the mountain today to read some Sherman Alexie poetry. I'm Lorenzo Cuevas, your spirit guide, as we journey through the words of Mr. Alexie. Stupid. I'm a little dizzy. I hope I don't fall off the mountain reading Sherman Alexie poetry. But there are worse ways to go. Scalp Dance by Spokane Indians. Before leaving Spokane Falls, Paul Kane dropped down to the nearby village of Kettle Falls to paint his now famous Scalp Dance by Spokane Indians in oils on canvas. Its central figure, a woman who had lost her husband to the Blackfeet, whirled around a fire, swashing and kicking in revenge of Blackfoot's scalp on a stick. Behind her, 8 painted women danced and chanted, as did the rest of the tribe to the beat of the drums. From the Spokane Indians, Children of the Sun, by Robert H. Ruby and John A. Brown. Always trying to steal a little bit of soul, you know? Whether it be poetry or oils on canvas, they call themselves artists, but they are really archaeologists. Really. That's all any kind of art is. And who am I, you ask? I'm the woman in the painting. I'm the one dancing with the Blackfoot scalp on a stick. But I must tell you the truth, I never had a husband. The artist Paul Kane painted me from memory. He saw me at Fort Spokane, even touched his hand to my face as if I were some caged and tame animal in a zoo. I need to memorize that curve, he said. In fact, I've never shared teepee and blanket with a man. When Paul Kane touched me, I struck him down, and only the hurried negotiations of a passing missionary saved me from Kane's anger. But far from that, I'm also a healer, a woman who reserves her touch for larger things. Paul Kane was nothing except an artist. But you must remember, Kane was also an observant man. He watched many Spokanes put themselves to death. He thought it was because of gambling losses. But no, it was because of all the loss that the Spokane Indians were forced to endure. Like the loss of soul I felt when I found myself in that painting years later. Ever since Paul Kane had touched me that day, I had felt something missing. A tooth, a fingernail, a layer of skin. You must also understand that we treated Paul Kane well, even as he conspired to steal. Some sat still for his portraits and didn't smile because Kane insisted they remain stoic. That was his greatest mistake. Our smiles were everything. Our laughter created portraits in the air, more colorful and exact than any in Kane's work. I've seen all his paintings, and Kane never let us smile. When you see me now in that painting, dancing with the scalp, you must realize that I didn't have a husband, and that I never danced without a smile, that I never sat still for Kane. That's the truth, all of it. How to write the great American Indian novel. All the Indians must have tragic features, tragic noses, eyes, and arms. Their hands and fingers must be tragic when they reach for tragic food. The hero must be a half-breed, half white and half Indian, preferably. From a horse culture, he should often weep alone. That is mandatory. If the hero is an Indian woman, she is beautiful. She must be slender and in love with a white man. But if she loves an Indian man, then he must be a half-breed, preferably from a horse culture. If the Indian woman loves a white man, then he has to be so white that we can see the blue veins running through his skin like rivers. When the Indian woman steps out of her dress, the white man gasps at the endless beauty of her brown skin. She should be compared to nature: brown hills, mountains, fertile valleys, dewy grass, wind, and clear water. If she's compared to murky water, however, then she must have a secret. Indians always have secrets which are carefully and slowly revealed. Yet, Indian secrets can be disclosed suddenly like a storm. Indian men, of course, are storms. They should destroy the lives of any white women who choose to love them. All white women love Indian men. That is always the case. White women feign disgust at the savage in blue jeans and a t-shirt, but secretly lust after him. White women dream about half-breed Indian men from horse cultures. Indian men are horses, smelling wild and gamey. When the Indian man unbuttons his pants, the white woman should think of topsoil. There must be one murder, one suicide, one attempted rape. Alcohol should be consumed. Cars must be driven at high speeds. Indians must see visions. White people can have the same visions if they are in love with Indians. If a white person loves an Indian, then the white person is Indian by proximity. White people must carry an Indian deep inside themselves. Those interior Indians are half-breed and obviously from horse cultures. If the interior Indian is male, then he must be a warrior, especially if he is inside a white man. If the interior Indian is female, then she must be a healer, especially if she is inside a white woman. Sometimes there are complications. An Indian man can be hidden inside a white woman. An Indian woman can be hidden inside a white man. In these rare instances, everybody is a half-breed struggling to learn more about his or her horse culture. There must be redemption, of course, and sins must be forgiven. For this, we need children, a white child and an Indian child. Gender, not important, should express deep affection in a childlike way. In the great American Indian novel, when it is finally written, all of the white people will be Indians, and all of the Indians will be ghosts.